Indonesia's contribution is very much needed to maintain the peace and to show the face of Muslim minority countries in ASEAN as peace-loving countries. By Prabowo Subianto, Indonesia's Defense Minister. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? The Excellency, the educators, scholar teams, and their audiences. Firstly, I'm Asy Syifa and I'm from Insan Cendekia, Bengkulu, Tengah. I'm so happy and I'm grateful today because I can bring you this speech, and our speech is about Indonesia's contribution to the world. Physically, talking about Indonesia, Indonesia is the largest archipelagic country and the largest forest in the world. Indonesia has more than 17,000 islands, which stretches from Sabang to Merauke, from the west to the east. Also, Indonesia is dubbed as the lung of the world. And the most important is, Indonesia has a lot of culture and Indonesia is a wonderland. Do you guys agree with this statement? Yeah, I know that you do. Talking about contribution, what are you guys thinking? Giving some benefits? The most active one? The one who gives the most? Etc. In general, society defines a contribution as a role of contribution or participating of a thing in a particular activity. As example, Indonesia's contribution to the world. And in another name is, what does Indonesia give, or what does Indonesia participate to the world? As we know, Indonesia has participated a lot to the world. Then we'll talk in the 3 points of view. First, Indonesia's contribution in world peace. Second, Indonesia's contribution in military field. And then the third is Indonesian contribution in academic fields. We go to the one. Indonesia's contribution to world peace. What do you guys thinking of this? Indonesia's contribution to peace has been done a lot. One of which is the Cold War. When we talk about the Cold War, we talk about the West Bloc and the East Bloc. Indonesia has created a group of countries that specialize in not taking sides with the Western or Eastern blocs. Indonesia is also involved in various peacekeeping operations. These things are real Indonesia's contribution. Then we go to the second one. According to the release of the Indonesian Minister of Defense, this is the context of the United Nations as an institution formed with the aim of fostering cooperation between nations and countries in maintaining peace and security, developing friendship between nations and in the world, helping nations reduce everything, preventing conflicts and war. Indonesia participate in sending the Indonesian National Army, or we say that TNI, troops in peacekeeping operation in the mandate of the preamble to the 1944 Constitution. We go to the third one, and Indonesia's contribution in academic fields. Then we have 3 points here. 1. Indonesia as the pioneer and the founder of the Organization for Economic Cooperation between countries such as AFTA and APEC. And then 2. Indonesia is an active member of various international economic cooperation organizations. As example, actively every meeting in APEC and AFTA conference involving minister or ministerial level official in various economic cooperation conference, both regional or international. 3. Indonesia as an actor in international economic cooperation. It can be proven by the export-import activities that carried out by Indonesia. Then, example of Indonesian export and import activities are Indonesia export goods from forestry, mining, industrial, and service sectors. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, we've talked about Indonesia and physically and Indonesia's contribution to the world. And some fields and some point of view. So, do you guys think that Indonesia has contributed a lot? Yeah, I think. Right. Now, from the explanation of some Indonesia's contribution to the world, it brings us into some questions. Right here. In 2013, Indonesia was ranked as the third largest forest according Forest Watch Indonesia FWI data. So don't be surprised if that Indonesia is dubbed as the lung of the world. And then the question is, after all these years, is Indonesia still worthy of this Nobel title? Then I think if we see in our situation nowadays, it's unfortunate that Indonesia's forests are now facing a serious problem which caused by land clearing, etc. And then one more? What do you guys think? This problem certainly cannot be taken easily. Why? And then this is because a large-scale land clearing has created many negative impacts on the world, especially on the earth. Therefore, it should be a reminder for us to be grateful for the vast landscape of forest in this country. For example, plant the trees or do the tree planting movement. Because the future of Indonesia's and world's trees in forest depends on what we do today. Then, the other question, will the International National Army always participate in world peace mission? Then what will happen anymore? Then I think Indonesia will keep the mandate of the preamble to the 1945 Constitution for the fourth paragraphs, namely in the context of realizing world peace based on independence, eternal peace, and social justice. In addition, Indonesia will always contribute to the world as long as the relation with the related country is well. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, we can conclude that Indonesia has contributed a lot to the world and has given a lot of benefits. Will you be the one of the Indonesian that contributes to the world? I hope so. Last but not least, I'm Asy Syifa. Thank you and see you in the next challenge.